Nile Rodgers is a highly influential musician, songwriter, guitarist, and producer, best known for his work as a founding member of the band Chic and his extensive production work with artists like David Bowie, Diana Ross, Madonna, and many others. Born on September 19, 1952 in New York City, Rodgers' early life was marked by both triumph and tragedy. Rodgers was born to a mixed-race family. His mother was of African American and Native American descent, and his father was of Puerto Rican ancestry. Tragically, Rodgers' father left the family when Nile was still a child. This event had a significant impact on Rodgers and shaped his upbringing. Despite facing challenges, Rodgers found solace and inspiration in music. He began learning to play the guitar at a young age, drawing influence from a diverse range of genres, including jazz, R&B, rock, and funk. Growing up in New York City exposed him to a rich musical landscape, and he immersed himself in the vibrant music scene of the 1960s and 1970s. In the early 1970s, Rodgers formed the band Chic along with bassist Bernard Edwards. Chic would go on to become one of the most successful and influential groups of the disco era, known for their sophisticated funk sound and infectious grooves. Songs like Le Freak and Good Times became iconic hits, solidifying Rodgers' reputation as a masterful guitarist, songwriter, and producer. Alongside bassist Bernard Edwards, Nile Rodgers co-founded Chic, a band that would become synonymous with the disco movement of the late 1970s. Their debut album, Chic, features hits like Dance, 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 Yowza, 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 quickly established them as major players in the disco scene. Chic's second album, C'est Chic, released in 1978, featured the smash hits Le Freak and I Want Your Love, catapulting the band to international fame. Nile Rodgers' distinctive guitar style, Bernard Edwards' bass lines, and their tight production set them apart, earning them critical acclaim and commercial success. In the 1980s, Nile Rodgers expanded his horizons beyond Chic, becoming one of the most sought-after producers in the industry. His collaborations with David Bowie on the album Let's Dance produced hits like the title track and China Girl, showcasing Rodgers' ability to adapt his sounds to different genres while maintaining his signature groove. Rodgers' production work extended to collaborations with numerous iconic artists of the era, including Madonna, Like a Virgin, Duran Duran, Notorious, and Diana Ross, Diana. These collaborations not only solidified Rodgers' status as a hitmaker, but also helped define the sound of the 1980s pop music. Beyond his individual projects, Nile Rodgers' influence on music culture cannot be overstated. His innovative production techniques, infectious grooves, and knack for crafting timeless hits have left an indelible mark on popular music. He played a pivotal role in bridging the gap between disco, funk, rock, and pop, shaping the sound of an entire generation. Nile Rodgers' career has been marked by resilience and longevity. Despite shifts in musical trends, he has remained relevant, continuing to collaborate with contemporary artists while also celebrating his extensive catalog of hits with Chic. His induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2017 further solidified his status as a music legend. Nile Rodgers isn't married, but has been with his current partner, former magazine editor Nancy Hunt, for over 20 years. They do not have any children. Rodgers' mother was 13 years of age when she gave birth to him in 1952. When she remarried, she became addicted to heroin with her partner, and eventually Rodgers became an addict at the age of 13. Rodgers learned a variety of instruments when growing up, from clarinet to flute and guitar. He joined the Black Panthers political movement, several bands, and made a name for himself in New York. Now Rodgers lives in a waterfront home in Westport, Connecticut, that can be seen on virtual globetrotting. The couple have a large driveway, a patio at the rear with a deck area that backs into an extended lawn. The back lawn also has a small bridge into the Bermuda Lagoon and Smith Beach Harbor that the West Point houses share. Nile Rodgers has fought cancer on 2 different occasions and won each time. The 67-year-old shared his experiences with the disease and has become an advocate for cancer prevention. In 2010, Rodgers' life came to a halt when he was diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer. However, his initial reaction wasn't to clear his schedule immediately. Growing up, Rodgers' household was filled with drug addicts and alcoholics. Rodgers, who prides himself on only missing a concert in his entire year, flew to Italy for a show and only afterwards allowed himself to internalize the situation and explore his options. One of his friends, a doctor who had been diagnosed years earlier, took Rodgers under his wing to teach him everything he needed to know. Rodgers recalled his friend gave him a welcome to Planet C and continued, "Because it's not just when you're in the throes of cancer, it's what happens after, because it's always outside the door looming." Back then, Rodgers decided to share his experience with cancer through a blog he titled Planet C. The inspiration for it came from the musician's loneliness, as he explained that he needed to talk with someone but didn't want to bother his friends. So he turned to the internet. "I didn't want to die without people knowing I had done something that's bigger than myself," he said. "So I sent out that first blog." Eventually, after receiving advice about his best options to deal with cancer, Rodgers decided to undergo a radical prostatectomy, a procedure that removes the whole prostate gland. After going through with the procedure, Rodgers spent 2 days in the hospital and then started to follow through with treatments such as biofeedback and others. He also started taking walks around New York City, and although he had to return to the hospital once in a while, Rodgers kept working. For Rodgers, performing in front of an audience is not only his work but his life, and unless it becomes impossible for him to stand on stage, he said he'd never want to cancel a show. 1 year after his operation, Rodgers started working with Daft Punk, and they created hit songs Get Lucky, Lose Yourself to Dance, and Give Life Back to Music. He also wrote a memoir book and toured around the country signing books. Keeping himself busy was physically and spiritually therapeutic. Rodgers was given a cancer-free status in 2013, the same year that Get Lucky hit #1 in worldwide charts, eventually giving Rodgers and Daft Punk the Grammy Award for Record of the Year. In 2017, Rodgers was touring with Earth, Wind and Fire when he got food poisoning and had to be hospitalized. He was treated for E. coli and only missed a show in Toronto. During his brief stay at the hospital, doctors found something else, a rare growth in his kidney that looked like cancer, and it was indeed 2 different cancers within one mass. Rodgers confessed in his blog that, unlike the first time around, his reaction to the diagnosis was calmer and more focused. He scheduled the next appointment and kept playing around the world, visiting South America, Dubai, Japan, and more. Once he was back home, doctors at the Strong Memorial Hospital in Rochester removed the carcinogenic mass and gave him a prognosis of complete recovery. Like it happened the first time around, dealing with cancer gave Rodgers a boost and a will to live and a determination to attack life with gusto. Growing up, Rodgers' household was filled with drug addicts and alcoholics. His mother, father, stepfather, and siblings were all heroin addicts. Eventually, Rodgers also developed his own addictions, mostly to alcohol and cocaine. Despite his family's habits, Rodgers described all of them as smart, hardworking people, saying they were high-functioning addicts, a trait that he claims to have inherited. That's why they were able to become heroin addicts, because they all had jobs, he told The Guardian. They were all beatniks, they were cool, and they had money to throw around, and they threw it around on heroin. In the 80s, Rodgers had a near-death experience. He was out with Robert Downey Jr., and there was a lot of drugs and alcohol involved. "I was fine, but then I passed out. Typical rock and roll death," Rodgers joked. However, back then, when he woke up to hear that his heart had stopped 8 times, things didn't seem that funny. Rodgers even said that a doctor was already filing his death certificate when he came back for the last time. Now Rodgers had been drug-free for more than 2 decades. His current net worth and the steady growth rate, it is estimated that Nile Rodgers' net worth will reach around $100 million by 2024. This projection takes into account his potential earnings from music, real estate investments, and other ventures. Over the years, Rodgers' net worth has seen a steady increase. His continued success in the music industry, coupled with his smart investments, has contributed to his growth. Given his ongoing projects and potential future earnings, it is projected that his net worth will continue to rise in the coming years. Rodgers' wealth is not only solely derived from his music career, he has made smart investments in real estate over the years, owning properties in New York and Connecticut. These investments have significantly increased his net worth. Nile Rodgers, the legendary musician and producer, resides in a breathtaking $50 million mansion that epitomizes luxury and extravagance. Situated in an exclusive enclave, Rodgers' estate stands as a majestic symbol in his unparalleled success and influence in the music industry. With sprawling grounds, meticulously manicured gardens, and panoramic views of the surrounding landscape, his mansion exudes grandeur at every turn. Inside, opulent features such as marble floors, vaulted ceilings, and custom-designed furnishings create an ambience of refined elegance. Every detail of Rodgers' lavish abode reflects his impeccable taste and discerning style. From the state-of-the-art entertainment spaces to the private spa and fitness facilities, as a haven of comfort and sophistication, Rodgers' $50 million mansion serves as a testament to his extraordinary achievements and legacy in the world of music. Dear viewers, the story continues as we take you to see the beauty of his shining car collection. Now, cars are one of the gems on display. Is the Cadillac ATS, a luxury sedan that exudes garage sophistication. Priced around $50,000 under the hood, the Cadillac ATS offers two engine options, a base 272 horsepower, 2.0-liter turbocharged engine, and a robust 335 horsepower, 3.6-liter V6. Both engines are equipped with automatic stop-start and cylinder deactivation technology, enhancing fuel efficiency and environmental consciousness. Optional stitched leather upholstery and deep-grained mahogany-like wood trim with a gloss black center stack elevate the interior to reveal the renowned German luxury brand in material quality, providing an indulgent and refined driving environment. Switching to Toyota Highlander is a testament to practicality and reliability at around $40,000. The Toyota Highlander offers a great combination of versatility and affordability. This midsize SUV caters to both families and adventure enthusiasts, offering ample space, advanced safety features, and a fuel-efficient engine. Its reputation for durability makes it a commendable choice in the competitive SUV market. In particular, Nile Rodgers is proud to introduce the Mercedes G-Wagon, an SUV that attracts attention both on and off the road. With a whopping price tag of $130,000, the Mercedes G-Wagon is the epitome of luxury and power. Known for its iconic design, this prestigious SUV boasts powerful performance along with luxurious interior features from the street to off-the-road G-Wagon. Effortlessly combines refinement with off-road capability, making it a symbol of automotive excellence. Which car do you love the most? Let us know by commenting below.